when you go into your calculator and you hit stat and you go into linear regression, whatever you pick, let's go with quadratic. Make sure you go down here and you type in under store regression equation, you type in vars, y variable, function, and y1. Okay? And you do that also with the other equation. So if you're going to do, and go ahead and hit enter, calculate, or whatever. Okay? Then go and hit stat, calculate, and let's see, we did quadratic, now let's do natural log. And go down to store regression equation, and you hit vars, variable, y variable, function, and put that in y2. Everybody with me? And now when you graph, they put everything together. Isn't that nice? Now I'm going to go through it again when we do the problem, but I wanted to show you that. In the stat, calculate, when you type in your two lines, let's say quadratic, go down to store regression equation, hit vars. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Vars, oh crap, now it done messed up. Let me just get out of it. Second, quit. Do it again. Stat, calculate, go down to quadratic, go down to store regression equation, type vars, which is right beside the clear button. Click on to move over to the right to y variable, enter function, and hit y1. And you do that every time. Not y1, the next one will be y2. The next one, if you're going to put 3, would be y3. Everybody with me? Yeah, Hubert, we understand. Good, class. And that's what it does. Yesterday, we were drawing one graph, and it would put the other graph way over to the left. Well, I had to do some researching, and it took a lot because I had to dig into several articles, or whatever, to find out why it was doing that. Okay. And nobody says anything. Nobody asks any questions. Everybody knows everything, so they don't need to ask questions. All right, so here's our first question. 5.4, and since nobody has ever sent questions in here, how do I do this? Well, 5.4, 27 in the book. So if you go to 5.4 homework, number 27, it'll look like this. And it is number 11 on the online homework. And here's the question. Now, I've already put it in the calculator, and I've already done it on the Excel spreadsheet. Okay, because I think I know what the question was. The question is down here. There's a little bit of difference between what the calculator gives you and what the spreadsheet gives you. Now, spreadsheet does not round off. If you notice right up here, it says round to the what? 4 decimal places. Well, sometimes a calculator does not round to 4 decimal places. It may take it to 5 decimal places, or the spreadsheet. So you will get different answers. All right. So I put this in the spreadsheet. Is that it? No, that's not it. Don't save. Cancel. Go away. Let me pull up the problem that I did. Well, why didn't, there it is. Okay, there's the problem. And I'm just going to, and I'm not going to go through this because we've done enough of these problems. You know how I got these two. Now, I do want to make a note. I need somebody to take the square root of 0.9526 for me. What is the square root of 0.9526?
0.976.
0.976?
Yep.
So R for the, what is that, log, natural log, is equal to, what'd you say, point what?
0.976.
Okay, now do the square root of 0.9885. R for the quadratic. Say again?
0.994.
0.994. Now, by correlation standards, the quadratic is more accurate. Okay, but they're trying to get you to look at the actual graph, and I believe the logarithmic graph, and write this down, the logarithmic graph, what? The logarithmic graph, I don't know what happened to page up there. The logarithmic graph has a more accurate curve to it. So write that down. Even though R is higher with the quadratic, when you graph it, the logarithmic term has more of a curve to it. It has more of a better fit. So I say the logarithmic does have a better fit. All right, the question, and you see right here that these carry to 4 digits, and some 3, some 2. And the calculator, I'll do it for you. Stat, calculate, quadratic, L1, L2, and we done did the, and calculate, so I'll let you write that down. Go ahead and write that down, and then we'll compare everything in just a minute. And let me go ahead and pull up the logarithmic after everybody writes down -5,115,395. Okay, now I'm going to do the logarithmic. Stat, calculate, natural log, and calculate, and let you write that down. So 422.987 natural log of x minus 3138.5053. And you don't have to write down the R's because we already did that. So the calculator and you see that the answers are pretty much in sync. Now, the good thing about the calculator is you can pull up the table and pull up second table, and you can find what you need. I think they asked for 2022. And there is, by the quadratic, 81 million or 81,000 or whatever the units are. And that one is 81,206. Now, I will be very lenient on the answers for these model questions on the test, but you will have to let me know which ones to look at. So if you get it wrong and you're right real close, now what I mean by real close, well, you'll see here in just a second. Here we get, for 22 years, for 2022, we get 81.489, and that's the quadratic. And then 81.206 is the natural log. And let's go back to the question. And you see they got 80.9. We got, 81.489, excuse me. And 81, okay, backwards. 81.206 is what we got. And then here, 81.5 versus 81. Now that one's on target. So you could actually say that the quadratic is more accurate, but I believe the logarithmic is a better fit. Yep. Now, Miss Taylor, you sent this question. Were you asking more of the answers, or were you asking why is it the logarithmic? When you sent this question, do you remember what your basic beef was?
I just couldn't get my answers to match what they wanted for the two models.
Yeah, I don't know how they got those two answers unless they punched in, they didn't use the table, and they punched in using these rounds right here. In other words, if you punch in 22, okay, or 2022, and you punch that in right here, you may get the answer. So if you did you manually punch it in, or did you look at the table?
No, I just try to get off the table.
Okay. That's probably how. I would probably suggest just keep going with the table, because I'm not going to tell you to go back and type in manually these answers when you have them on the table. That's probably, let's see what they're doing. Let's see, natural log of 2200. So let's see if that's what they're doing. Second quit. So natural log of 2200. Well, I can't type worth of crap. 2200, close parenthesis, times 14.907 plus 9.274 plus 9.274. Well, evidently they're using 22 instead of 2200. I don't know. I'm not getting what they got. What they get, they got 80.9. Yeah. Let's see, natural log of 22. They may have cut off the years. Natural log of, excuse me. Okay, let's go with 22 natural log. So natural log of 22, close parentheses, times 14.907. 14.907, and then plus 9, I'm not getting either one of those answers, plus 9.274, plus 9.274. I don't know why I'm not getting the answers, but yeah, I'm not getting them.
Zero starts at 1900. So
yeah.
Is it for,
so
it's
it'd be 22,
years.
would it not?
Oh,
1900
yeah.
to 2022
So it'd be
is
122.
122. Okay. I was thinking 2,000. Okay, so that'd be 122. So, you know, am I right? So natural log of 122, close parentheses, times 14.907 plus 9.274. 81. They got 80.9. That's what they're doing. They're manually punching it in. So, you know, I guess you have, if you don't want to have to worry about challenging the question, instead of using the table, you need to go in and you need to manually punch the 122 into these two equations. And remember, they rounded to 4 decimal places where the calculator of the table is not rounding. That's why you got a different answer. So, does that help answer your question, Ms. Taylor?
Yeah.
You're going to have to manually punch it in if you want to. And I will, if you, let's say you want to go with the table, then that's fine. I'll take it, but you got to let me know that you got it wrong, and we'll look at it together after class and, you know, determine, and chances are, if it's within 4 or 5 tenths, you know, I'm not going to say anything. All right. So that's that one. Let's move on to another question. 5.4, 37, 14. 5.4, 37, 14. Okay, this is a kind of a plug and chug question, so go ahead and write it down. I'm going to make it bigger for you. There you go. 5.4, what did I say, 37, 12? Is that what I said? 5.4, 37 slash, I think I said 12.
Oh, you said 14.
Thank you. Appreciate the communication. There you go. And I'm going to write stuff down while y'all are writing. P of t is equal to the initial times e to the kt. And A, if there are 200 B's initially, that's PO, and there are 220 after 3 days, how many will be after 5 days? What's the population at 5 days? And B, how long will it be before the population is equal to 1,800? Oh, 1,600. All right. So let's take our handy dandy whiteboard. And there is our questions. And P of O, take my handy dandy highlighter. P of O is equal to, we got to find our first question. So P of O is going to be 200. And T is going to be equal to 1 because it's the first day. There's 200. So T is equal to 1. I better put T is equal to 1. That T is equal to 1. So the first day you have 200 B's. And 1, at 1, you have 300 or 220. After 3 days, you have 220 bees. So let's plug and chug. Now we know that P of T is 200. I keep getting that 3 mixed up. Is 220. So that 220 is going to go here. And the initial is 200. E to the K times 1 day. Or 3 days. So 222 equals 200 e to the K times 3. Because at 3 days you got 220. All right, solve this. I'm going to color in some more. Let's see, 220. Did I say 222 or 220? Did the question say 222 or 220?
220.
220.
I think it said 220.
220? Okay, I'm sorry. So the 220 is P of T. And the 3 is 3 days. And of course, we're going to take the natural log of both sides. Now, you could do definition of a logarithm, but I wouldn't because it's easier just to take the natural log of both sides after you divide by 200. So 220 divided by 200, let's get a decimal. 220 divided by 200 is equal to 1.1 is equal e to the K times 3. Natural log of both sides. And remember, when you take the natural log of E, what does it do? Cancels out, Hubert. Thank you, class.
Where did you get
Cancels
the
out.
3 days?
Right here. Did it not say 3 days in the question?
I think it said after 1 day.
I thought it said 1. I suck. Thank you. After 1 day. I had 1 right there. I don't know why I changed it.
Okay.
Okay. So that would be natural log of 1.1. So somebody take the natural log of 1.1. So natural log, second answer, close parentheses. I get 0.0953 blah, blah, blah. So 0.0953 953,102, or you can store that. Hit the stove button where you get bread at the stove, and you can call that alpha A if you want to. Just keep it in there, and that way you don't have to round it. Okay, because we're going to use that here in a second. Is equal to K. Okay, so your K is equal to, so now you're going to put that K back into the what? Back into the equation. This K right here is going back into the equation right there. So P of T, P of T is equal to P of O, E to the k, and I'm going to put natural log of 1.1, because I'm going to use that a that's in the calculator, times t. And that's our equation. And you can write that down as the equation. I don't know if they want the equation or, let me go back and look at the question. If there are 200 bees and there are 220, okay, what is the, type in 5 for the T now and punch in your other numbers, and I'll do that with you. Let me go back to the whiteboard. Go ahead and punch in, take a second to do that. So that's going to be P of 3. Did it say 3 days or 5 days?
5.
5, thank you. I'm dyslexic this morning. I need to take my pills. All right, so P of 5 is equal to P of O, in this case, is 200, E to the natural log of 1.1 times, and I think we said 5, and crank this out with your calculator. So I'm going to do that with my A. So I'm going to go, I'm going to clear everything, and I'm going to go E, second E, parentheses, to the alpha A times 5. And tell me what y'all get. I got 1.61051. That's what you should get. And multiply that by 200. $322.102. So after 5 days, you're going to have 323 bees. 323 bees. I don't know if they're going to round up or not. So let's see what we got. Let's see what the directions say. Round to the nearest integer. Now the decimal is not over 0.5, but in statistics, and this is not statistics, it's more of biology. If you have a 0.1 or 0.01, you round up to the next. So I don't know. I'm gonna put 323. If that don't work, 322 and 322. Unless I calculated wrong. Somebody check my calculations. There we go. So you don't round up. You only round up if it's 0.5. Because I know in my statistics class, when I teach it, if you get a decimal, you round automatically up. So different math, different application. So now, how long will it be until the population of bees is 1,600? So now Y is equal to 1,600. So you're going to take your P of T, you're going to take your formula, P of T is equal to P of O, E to the natural log of 1.1 T. And this, you know, is 1,600. So go ahead and plug and chug. So that'd be 1,600 is equal to, I think we said the initial was 200. E to the natural log of 1.1 T, and just solve for T. Now, the first part of this is algebra, and then you're going to use a little bit of either a definition of a logarithm or natural log or whatever. So go ahead and see if you can work it out. If you can't, we'll just write it up as failure. I promise you, I have no red Solo cup. So I'm going to divide by 200. That's going to be 8 is equal to e to the natural log of 1.1 times t. Now you can do the natural log of both sides. I probably would, because that way it'll get rid of the e. So natural log of 8 is equal to the natural log of e to the natural log of 1.1 times t. And natural log of e cancels. And you've got natural log of 8 is equal to the natural log of 1.1 times t. Divide by the natural log of 1.1. Divide by the natural log of 1.1. Somebody do that for me, please. I'm sorry, what?
$21.8.
21.8 is equal to 22 days. So I'd say 22 days. Let's see. 22 days. Uh-oh. Oh. Yep, we always round our days to the nearest tenth, don't we? How many of you round your days to the nearest tenth? Whatever. Does that help, Miss Taylor?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Squeaky door, dang old gets some grease. Y'all thought I was going to say OIL. I don't say OIL or FOIL or DOG or LOG. I don't say those words. I just spell them. All right, those two, let's delete that one, delete that one. 5.5, 2310. 5.5, 2310. And so far, all these questions are pretty good questions for test. 5.5, 2310. But I'm not going to put a lot of these on the test, because I told you that a lot of your test is going to be coming from the logarithms, not the applications. So, all right, here we go. And I will let y'all write it down. Oh, this is a test question, because I told y'all I would give y'all simple and continuous interest. So this is put a star beside this one. Mr. Scanley, you just look like you really want to be here today, Mr. Scanley.
No, I do. I like this class.
I hear you. Mr. James and Mr. Sturkey, don't forget your videos, please, and Tabor, please. They must have came in late or turned them off. I don't know why they turned them off. Miss Tabor, Sturkey, and James, do you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, I went to get breakfast and I forgot to turn.
Okay, just get them turned on. I'd appreciate it. Oh, what happened to you, Miss James? Garcia, turn yours. Oh, did Miss Garcia leave? Okay, I guess people are, I don't know if they're leaving or not.
No, I'm still here. My camera's on too.
See, I don't understand why it's doing. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Since we only had 9 people, I didn't go to large. That's why. I'm sorry. when class first started, we only had 9 people, and it wouldn't go to large. I couldn't turn on the large, so I apologize. That's my fault. Everybody has everything on. That's my fault. I suck. All right, so here we go. Y'all know that the formula for compounded interest is A is equal to P times 1 plus R over N raised to the NT power. And you just have to write it down because you're going to do all the work on the calculator. So 15,000, 1 plus 0.12 over 12 raised to the 12 times 13. Okay, I'm going to write some stuff down for anybody that needs it. P is equal to 15,000. R is equal to 12%, but I told you they'll give you 12%. You have to turn it into what? A decimal. And then monthly payments.
Decimal.
Yes. Monthly equals 12. So that's N. And then T is in years. And that is 13. Now, I always add that because sometimes people get a little bit confused about N and T. And this right here tells you that N is 12. Now, take our handy-dandy calculator, and I'm going to make it big where everybody can see it. And I'm going to hit clear and clear. All right, here we go. We're going to take 0.12. And we're going to divide that by 12. And we're going to add that to 1. And we're going to raise that. It's the caret symbol. Caret is right below. That's K-A-R-E-T. It's right below the clear button. And that's parentheses 12 times 13. Close parentheses. Times 15,000. And that will give you a total at the end of 15 years, or whatever, 13 years, whatever, $70,831.36. Subtract your initial investment and the interest, subtract 15,000, and the interest is equal to $55,831.36. Now, can somebody, from what I've told you in class, can somebody tell me what's the problem with this problem? What is not realistic?
The interest.
What is not realistic?
The 12%.
Yep, the banks do not give that anymore. Any banking people in here? Anybody work at a bank? They don't give 12% anymore. This was like before the recession. I would say something else, but I'm not. I'll just be quiet. Any questions? Now you're lucky to get 2%. So what do you do with your money? You either buy a bunch of cows or you buy stock, one of the two, because putting your money in a savings account, it's not worth it anymore. Now, there's IRAs and 401ks, that's different. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about a simple savings account because banks, they don't do this anymore. Now, what was your question on this one, Miss Taylor? You just did the question asked for interest, and did you try to type in the whole 70,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, the interest. See, is it a trick question? Not really. You just got to read. The interest is $55,831.36. Now, is this a good test question? Yes. Why? Because it's short and sweet. There's no 15 parts to it. I love give these on the test. Delete. This is 5.547. 5.547/14. Okay, at the end of T years, the future value of an investment of 43, okay, the investment P is equal to 43. Okay, they give you the formula right there. So S is equal to, I don't know why they have to change, I'm not changing the variable. A is equal to 43, that's P, 43,500, 1 plus 0.06 over 12 raised to the 12t power. And they want to know, when will the investment be worth 100,551? Well, that's this right here. So 100,551 is equal to 43,500 times 1 plus 0.06 over 12 raised to the 12t power. Now I would go ahead and address this first, get this kind of simplified. Simplify that first, then you can do some algebra. So I'm going to give you a minute to do this one. And yes, this is a test question. I don't mind putting this one on a test. It's short and sweet also. You got to do a little bit of math. The only thing I'm going to do is take the calculator and do this. So calculator 0.06, sorry, that's the wrong thing. So I'm going to clear and clear. 0.06 divided by 12. And I'm going to add that to 1. Okay, so that's 1.005. So I'm going to change that. So 100,551 equals 43,500 times, I think I said 1.005. How many zeros did I have? Yeah, 1.005 to the 12t. Now we're ready to do our algebra. So somebody tell me what we're going to do first. That means I want somebody to communicate.
Divide by 43.5.
Divide by 43.5. And I have no idea. Is it 2.311 blah, blah, blah?
Yeah.
2.311517241 is equal to 1.005 to the 12t. And how are we going to solve this? Definition of a logarithm, Hubert. That's right, class. Definition of a logarithm. How do you know, Hubert? Well, do we have E? No, we don't have E, so you're not going to take the log on both sides. All right. What about the exponential rule where you get the exponents, the bases to be the same? You've got a decimal to the quadrillionth decimal point here. You're not going to try exponents. So that leaves what? definition of a logarithm. I'm going to write it down here because I know half of you probably hadn't learned it. So, what is it? A to the y is equal to x yields y is equal to log base a of x. So this is x, this is a, and that's y. So put those numbers in this form. We'll go to the next page and do that. I'll slide it up a little bit. Okay, so my x, my y is 12t. Is equal to log a is base 1.005 of 2.311517241. All right, somebody tell me what we're going to do next. What I taught y'all this week, tell me what I'm going to do next, and I'll give you a hint. Doesn't have anything to do with the 12t yet. So that means you got to focus on this side. Somebody tell me what I'm going to use over here. I'll give you a hint. It's got 3 names, 3-word name. Nobody has any idea. Come on, people. I know I've looked at your homework.
Change base.
Thank you. Now, was that hard? I don't know why. I don't know why these people can't talk. God. Like I said, y'all go out on a date, y'all just stare at each other, I guess, or you text each other across the table. That's sad. Log of 2.311517241 divided by log of 1.005. And now what are you going to do? I'm not going to do this right now. I want to ask you for the next step. What do you do after you get that, do the change base? What are you going to do to get t by itself? Divide by what?
12.
Thank you. I know that hurt. Okay. I don't know what I'd do without a couple of y'all. I would actually get pissed and just cut the class off. I've done that to classes before. They just sit there and don't say anything. So I say, since y'all not going to talk to me, click, I hang up on them. I haven't done that in a long time, but why do y'all hate to communicate? Y'all got to hit the microphone if y'all want to talk. Why do y'all despise to communicate so much?
I didn't even know the answer.
What? Say again?
I just didn't even know the answer.
Oh, you just didn't know the answer. Okay. Well, at least you're honest. There's people in here that know the answer. I've seen your homework. You just don't want to communicate. You don't want to be a part of the class. Well, that'll work for you in the real world really well. You'll be in a janitor's closet. All right. So crank that out. I'm going to take my calculator. I'm going to go log, and we're doing LOG, and I don't care which one you do. LOG of 2.3 11517,241 divided by log of 1.005. Please check that first one. Make sure I didn't mess up. Let's say 2.3115,172,41. And that is that number. And divide that by 12. I got 13.999, which is 14 days. 13.99995, which is equal to 14. Or 14 years. I think they're asking about years, aren't they?
Yeah.
So 14 years. Good job. That's a good test question. And yes, there's several steps in there you could have skipped. So I do draw everything out, but my job is to teach people that don't know, not teach people that invented calculus. Okay? So thank you for those questions, and that's how I do. In order for you to send questions, you got to do the homework. And for half the class, you don't send questions because you're not doing the homework. So that's all there is to it. All right, so now let's go to the test. And let's see, is it already up or do I have to put it up? Anybody looked?
It's up.
It is? Heck go. No, it ain't. I don't think it's up. That's unit 2. We're on unit 3. Am I in the right class? That's 110. Oh man, I tell you. Let's look at, I want to make sure everything's up. Assignments, test, and you are right. There's the unit 3. I'm sorry, unit 4, logs. Is it, today is 6/4? It's due on 6/7. So there's all those, 90 minutes. You got 2 attempts. Why'd I give you 2 attempts? I'll change that. And let's check the homework and see if the homework has a due date on it. This is chapter what? 4 or 5?
5.
It's chapter 5, so I need to go give that too. So let's go to the assignments. Instructor tools, assignment manager. Change dates. And we'll make sure chapter what? 5? And I'll click on that. I'll make sure that it says the 28th. I think that's when the test is due, right? No, that's not right.
27. No, wait, I'm an idiot. 7th.
No, 6. When is the test due?
7th.
The 7th.
There we go. And yes, I know, that's fair. You're welcome. And I think that's it. So now let's look at the assignment. Oh, let me just go to the test, and I need to change that. So let's go to the test. And there's the log test. And it is the 7th. And we're going to hit review. So let me go back. I was just checking to make sure it was showing up. And let's go to unit 4 log test and edit our settings for class. I don't know why I got y'all set it to. Maybe I don't know. And if a temp is interrupted, block access. 90 minutes and assign. Okay, so let's go look at it. I want to look at something first. We got one more section, 6 and 7. I don't have the test up there, but I got to put it up there. All right, read preview. I'm going to try to, I'm not going to do questions like we just went over because that's kind of redundant. So I'm just going to go through questions that maybe we hadn't seen. There's a rewrite. So let's do that one. That one says 4 natural log of 6a minus natural log of b. And the power rule says that I can put that 4. I can put that 4 right there. And that would be natural log of 6a to the 4th power minus natural log of b. And this right here says division. So natural log of 6a to the 4th power over b. So that's a rewrite. I think we did one like that in class, one of your homework problems. And big old fraction, no. Natural log. I guess you just do natural log and then fraction. And that's going to be parentheses 6a raised to the 4th divided by b. And that should work. Next. Okay, a couple wants to purchase a home with a price of $380, has $100,000 debt. If they can get a 30-year mortgage at 7%, find each. What will be their monthly payments? We haven't done one like this. I'll take that one off. Why is that question in here? That should be in here. We'll take that one off. That's a 103 test question. All right, try this one. Write the exponential equation in logarithmic form. I got to take that question off of there. I don't know where that question comes
Priority
from.
1 message coming in on secure
So
channel.
that'll be x is equal to 12 to the y power. And definition of a logarithm says a to the y is equal to x, yields y is equal to log base a of x. All right, write it.
Priority 1 message coming in
Somebody
on
blowing
secure
up my
channel.
phone. I don't know if it's my daughter or my son. I don't know who that is. Oh, somebody's sending me some information. Okay. Sorry about that.
Priority 1 message
Oh my
coming in
gosh.
on
Some people just, okay, thank you. All right, so that's going to be, here's our a to the y is equal to x. So all we got to do is just y is equal to log base 12 of x. Maybe I should take some of these off. That's too easy. Log base 12 of, I don't think that's going to work, of x. No, that's not going to work. There we go. Of x. You got to be careful where you put the cursor. And I bet they want y is equal because that's part of the definition of a logarithm. So make sure you put y is equal. Next question. And y'all know the bonus questions. There you go. Solve that one. So log base 6 of x plus log base 6 of 27 is equal to 1. And that's log base 6 of x, 27x, is equal to 1. So y is equal to log base a of x. That yields a to the y is equal to x. So there's x, 27x, and a is 6, and y is 1, and 6 is equal to 27x. Divide by 27. I know 3 will go in there. 2 ninths. So that'd be 2 over 9. Yeah, these are too easy. I need to go back and change them. All right, try that one. Oh, I hate when you buy stocks and they're supposed to be going up and you buy them and they go down the first hour. Oh. Any traders out there?
Yeah, Dogecoin was up to like
what?
40 earlier.
I'm sorry, what?
Dogecoin was up to 40 yesterday.
Yeah, it got up to 42, but I'm holding. I'm waiting for the other announcements to come out. They're supposed to get up to $1. That's when I'll probably sell.
Yeah. I'm waiting for it to, at the very least, to get back to 70 cents.
Yeah. If it sells at 70, if it goes to 70, I might sell half. And that way, if it dips, I can buy more.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to win, though.
I mean, it's just my income tax return money I put in it a long time ago, so it's not like I'm losing the, house payment, which is the only payment I got.
How many coins do you have?
Huh?
How many coins do you have?
A good bit. I bought it back when it was. I bought it back when it was like 0.00095.
Oh.
So if it could hit $1 for me or 10. Oh, if it hit 10, I'd retire. Dang old play golf every day. Dang old play on the farm. Buy me a bulldozer, brand new bulldozer with an air conditioned cab. Log beats my other bulldozer that doesn't have a cab. I mean an air conditioned cab. Log base 5 of the 5th root of 2x plus 5 over 2x squared. All right, so of course we can't solve it. The only thing we can do is rewrite it. And the first thing I'm going to tell you to do is what? Attack the what? What I tell y'all to do when you saw one? Get rid of it. What is it?
The radical?
The radical. 2x plus 5 to the 1/5 power. First thing I would do before I even started this problem. Okay, now what? Well, now you got to break up the quotient. So log base 5 of 2x plus 5 to the 1/5 power minus log base 5 of 2x squared. Now we did one like this one in class because the last step before you use the power rule is to break this guy up. And what is it when you multiply and you have the same base? How can you break that up to what? That means I want y'all to answer and say something. If you divide and subtract, what do you do when you multiply?
Add.
Add. Thank you. Okay, now you do the last step, which is apply the power rule. I'm going to let y'all do that one. Miss Human, I can't see you. You're camouflaged.
I was wondering what you thought.
So that 1/5 comes out front. That 2, oops, comes out front. And your final answer is 1/5 log base 5 of 2x plus 5 minus log base 5 of 2 plus 2 log base 5 of x. I'm not going to type all that in. Hopefully it's multiple choice. Okay. So go back to the, yep, they give us but I like the multiple choice ones because you don't have to spend half your time typing in the answers. Hold on. All right, somebody tell me, I believe it's A, isn't it? No. It looks like Bravo. What do y'all think? 2. Yep, it's Bravo. Next. Next. All right, try that one. Okay, this one says 2 log of x equals log of 2x minus 10 plus 1. We could get the logs on both sides since they're both the same. I would probably do this, and that would be log x squared equals log 2x minus 10 plus 1. Bring this over.
You can't see your paper.
I'm sorry. I'll bring this over, get all my logs on one side. Minus log 2x minus 10 equals 1. And then this is division, since the bases are the same. Log of x squared minus, or divided by 2x minus 10 is equal to 1. And now you got the definition of a logarithm. A is equal to 10. Y is equal to 1, and x is equal to x squared over 2x minus 10. All right, plug that in the definition of a logarithm and see if you can solve it. Okay, so that's going to be a to the y is equal to x. So 10 to the first is equal to x squared over 2x minus 10. I think we did one of these in class. So multiply both sides by 2x minus 10. And of course, that's going to cancel that out. And you're going to be left with 10 times 2x is 20x. 10 times negative 10 is negative 100 is equal to x squared. And now you got a quadratic, so you can pull this over here and solve it. Never make an x squared negative. Unless you just like whips and chains, no. Don't ever make a x squared negative. So pull that over. And that's going to be x squared. You know, it would help if you minus 20x plus 100 is equal to 0. And I think that's a perfect square, isn't it? This is shortcut number what? Number 2, Hubert. X minus 10 quantity squared is equal to 0. X minus 10 is equal to 0. And x is equal to 10. So your answer is 10. Just I got a question. What if you came up with a negative 8? What would your answer be? Does anybody know? If you got x is equal to -8, what would the answer to this question be if you got x is equal to -8?
You can't take the log of a negative number.
So therefore, no solution or does not exist.
Yeah.
Remember that. You need to write that down. I don't know if there's a test question like that on here. I doubt it. But every once in a while, you get a negative number and you put -6 in the answer and plug -6 back into this x right here, you're going to get, it's going to blow up. And you can't have that. Next question. Okay, that one's just like it. We're going to move on. Oh my goodness. Oh, I've never seen this question before. I guess you drag. So this is just use your calculator. I don't really care if you use your calculator on this. So let's do the first one. 7 to the x plus 5. Y is equal, clear, 7 to the x plus 5. And graph. Oh, you got to turn off your stat plot. There. And zoom standard. Okay, so that one is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to the left. Everybody see what it looks like? Which one is 4 to the left and looks like that? This one? You good? And it didn't go in there. There. All right, next one. 4 times 7 to the x power. Well, that's just going to be a skinny 7 to the x, which probably be 7 to the x. Probably be one of these. It's hard to see. I'll just go ahead and graph it. 4. I'm just going to hit insert. 4 times 7 to the x. Graph. Yep. And it looks like it's crossing at 1, 2, 3, between 3 and 4. So go back to the handy dandy question. Which one looks like it's crossing at 3 or 4? I believe it's that one. No, that looks like that one. Let's look back at it because no, it's that one. You got to put the cursor in the box before you hit the left button on your mouse. Next one. Y is equal to 7x plus 5. Well, that's a vertical shift of 5 up. Which one has a vertical shift of 5 up? That's like 8. I believe it's that one. So you got to put your cursor in the box and then hit. Okay, which one looks like 7x, but it goes the opposite direction? Which is the only one, well, it could be that one. So let's go ahead and put it in the calculator. 7 to the negative x. Y is equal, delete, 7 to the second insert, negative. There it is. Crossing at 1. That's what I thought. So which one crosses at 1? Looks like that one. Negative 7 to the x, I believe, would be this one. And this one has a horizontal shift of 4 to the right and 7 up. 4 to the right and 7 up. I have never seen that question before. I like that. Is that on your homework? Next. Okay, try this one. I'm going to blow it up for you. Tasha borrowed 900. Okay, we did not cover payments, did we? Did we cover payments? I don't think we did. I'm going to take that one off. I'm going to take it off. We're not going over that. Next. All right, try this one. I've got to take 2 off. I don't remember covering those in the homework. Did anybody see payments in the homework? Like car payments or loan payments?
No.
I don't know where
No.
those questions come from. Say again?
Said no.
Okay. Oh, we got pictures of walls and ceilings again. Miss Garcia, you have the shining light coming through. You barely see anything but your silhouette because of that sun. You're a bright person, Miss Garcia. So, natural log of what? Natural log of 2x minus 3 minus natural log of what? X plus 7. Natural log of parentheses 2x minus 3 minus natural log parentheses x plus 7. Okay, we only got 5 minutes left, so I'm going to narrow it down to just things that we haven't covered. Okay, change base. Somebody tell me what that is. And do it in your calculator. Give me 4 decimal places. Somebody give me 4 decimal places.
3.7004.
3.7004. Yep. That'd be the log of 13 over the log of 2. I'm trying to hurry because I know some of y'all will self-combust. So here's one. Try that one because it's got a little bit more in it than we've had before. I'll put it on my whiteboard. 8 plus natural log of 27x equals 23 minus 2 natural log of x. Remember us doing this in the classroom the other day? I told you to get all your numbers on one side and all the logs on the other. All right, so that's going to be, I'm going to move why am I moving the 8 over? Because that negative 20, that negative 2 be positive. And we always want to keep things positive unless you just like punishment.
Can you show your paper more?
Sorry, I suck.
You good?
I get pressed for time. I can't chew gum and walk. All right, 27 plus 2 natural log of x equals 23 minus 8. See how that works out nice? Now, if you want to cause problems, then you take the 23 over, and that will be negative. And you take the negative, take the natural log over, and that'll be negative. You'll have 2 negatives. So, you know, if you like punishment, then go ahead and do that. And this is going to be natural log of 27x plus natural log of x squared is equal, and I have no idea, what is this, 15?
Yeah,
Somebody help me out.
it's 15.
And that's natural log of 27x cubed is equal to 15, because those two can be multiplied because of that. And now we got the definition of a logarithm. And you can do natural log, or you can do log base e. I'm going to do log base e. Log base e of 27x cubed is equal to 15. And there's my a. There's my y. And here is my x. A, that's e to the 15th, is equal to 27x cubed. E to the 15th divided by 27 equals x cubed. And then the cube root of e to the 15th over 27 is equal to x. If somebody would calculate that for me, and let's see what they want to raise it to. I'm going to leave that up for another couple of seconds. Somebody got, let's see what we got.
E to the 5th over 3.
Wait a minute, it says type exact answer using E. So they don't want, so I'm going to see if they'll take to the 1/3 power. Let's see if they'll take to the 1/3 power. So I'm going to put parentheses. Parentheses, fraction, e to the 15th, e to the 15th over 27, close parentheses, shift up to the 1 divided by 3 power. I just want to see if it'll take that, because most people put radicals in third root. Let's see. Nope, didn't like that, did it? So we'll go back and we'll type in and put a cube root symbol at the beginning. Oh no, cube root symbol would be e to the 5th. I forgot about that. Over, and what is the cube root of 27?
3.
I forgot about that. There we go. We had the right answer, we just didn't simplify it. So to make sure you got it right, here, exponent, the third root of an exponent, you just divide. So that's 15 divided by 3, e to the 5th, over third root of 27 is 3. So and next question, I'm trying to hurry. Okay, what's the difference between this graph and this graph? Got a horizontal shift of what? 5 to the what?
Right.
To the right. And which way vertically?
Down 4.
Down 4. So which one says right 5, down 4? Believe delta. What do y'all think?
Yep.
Ah, that was an easy question. I need to take some of these off. Right is a single logarithm. We already did that. That'd be log 7x to the 8th plus log 7z to the 9th. And then that would be log 7x to the 8th times z to the 9th. And I think we did one like this in class. Solve, we did one like that about 5 or 6 questions back. And we should be finishing up. So some of y'all can, like I say. All right, I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to go to edit. And next, where is those solve? Yeah, I have no idea. 5 point, there it is. They cut out 5.6. That's why they're in there. My bad. I don't know. Evidently, they cut out 5.6 in this book. I mean, in this syllabus. That's why they're in there. We used to teach it. Okay, next. All right, who's got questions? Okay, there it is. The 6-4 through 6-7, and your homework is due. And let me check the roll right quick. No, I can't. It's after Wednesday. So, has anybody got any questions? Well, y'all have a wonderful day and a wonderful afternoon.
You as well.
And a wonderful weekend. See y'all.
Bye.
Thanks again for the questions again. And for those of you that communicate, thank you.
See ya.
See ya. Yeah, they cut off the well. See ya. I'm leaving.